and welcome to the Spice Report. It's Black History Month, so quite rightly, BT Sports is in on the action.
Before we get to talk about our main fight here, David, I think it is perhaps appropriate tonight that we just pause to mark Black History Month, most of all. And we discussed it today, and we thought it was actually right that we acknowledge that properly, and there's nobody better placed on our team to do that than Steve Bunt. So over to you for a moment, Steve.
Thanks very much indeed, Paul.
Habanero headliner.
This week, all talk has been on Project Big Picture, basically where the top 6 clubs get together, brag about how much better they are,
considerably richer than you,
and why they can make way more money by having pay-per-view games.
Isn't every financial decision you make a struggle?
Oh yeah, by the way guys, I'm actually going to be doing pay-per-view.
The Spice Report, only on pay-per-view. Just $14.95.
Spearheaded by Liverpool and Manchester United, the shake-up plans were rejected at a big Premier League meeting this week. Klopp this week has redeemed Liverpool's actions by replying to an 11-year-old fan who was anxious about starting secondary school.
Please, sir.
Asking the champion's boss for tips with how to deal with nerves. Is there anything that man can't do? Well,
we're going into an international break losing 7-2 to Aston Villa.
I mean, what a scoreline from Villa. Look more like betting odds.
Oh my goodness, that's not good enough.
Ooh, Hardheads.
The transfer window slammed shut last week, and apart from missing Harry,
Get the window down!
and the contents of my Ann Summers drawer being waved about, it wasn't too shabby. Chelsea pretty much dominated the window, as we know, but the devil's hand was at work to get deadline day signing Pellistri. Although there could be a new curse of the transfer window developing for the Reds.
We can do better than that, I think. Let's see what we have. Perfect.
With him being added to players wanting to leave after one training session. It's international break, and suddenly Kepa remembers how to block a shot.
What the fuck?
Does anyone in England actually care about the Nations League? The players certainly don't. Getting spanked by the Danes this week. Mind you, it's pretty clear Gareth just uses these tournaments as an excuse to call up any youth player with dual nationality to claim them as an England player.
Miles?
Back to Danes and spankings. One Dane who's probably handed out his fair share of spankings is former Arsenal player Nicholas Bendtner, who is publishing a tell-all book. He reveals players' habitual use of prostitutes rather than risking a gold digger. And talking of bedroom antics, no one can come close to this guy. I wrestled a Frenchman bollock naked. It can only be Alan Brazil, who's made some amazing revelations in his new book. Yep, apparently sitcoms really do come true. He was drunkenly given the wrong room key by a Paris hotel.
Here's your key.
He got naked in the bed and waited for his wife to finish in the shower, only to find a Frenchman come out of the bathroom.
Burn of the week.
I don't promote the violence, but many people need like some good slap right now in this club.
And in breaking news this week, Conor McGregor tweeted he will be back January the 23rd to fight Dustin Poirier? Anyway, in the tweet, Conor said he's going to be expecting big crowds. I think he's been on the juice again.
Proper Irish whiskey.
Someone really needs to remind him, we got a pandemic on our hands here. And if we hadn't heard enough silliness already this week, it's Comedian Cooldown.
Comedian Cooldown.
Hello, Jasper Cromwell-Jones here. Tough week. Government is saying that people have to retrain. It's tough. I imagine. I've never had a job. But for many people, they have to retrain. Daddy has to retrain. He's just retrained. Sorry, no, he's retired. Lots of footballers have to retrain. Yeah. Well, they have to train again. They have to train. Many of them should train. Many of the England players in particular. Awful performance. I can't play football. I thought it was shocking. Actually, I think I'm quite good at football. Because in school, I was playing football, and I remember the master. He said, "You're like Bambi on ice." I was like, that sounds like a lovely drink. Expensive drink.
The Premier League is back this weekend and Arteta will be hoping for a party against his former club City, in the shape of deadline day signing Thomas Partey, who looks set to start against Mikel's former employers at the Etihad. It's only right that we get Didier's prediction. I'll see you next week.